The hospital was not built for humans. Its halls were tall and cold, filled with metal and strange lights. Alien doctors moved through them with swift precision. They spoke in clicks, hums, and sharp whistles. Everything about the place was foreign. Zara Patel, the new human nurse, stood at the entrance. Her uniform felt heavy on her shoulders. Her heart raced, but she straightened her back. Today was her first day. She had trained for this moment. She had read every manual. She had studied every procedure. Still, nothing could prepare her for the looks she received. The alien staff paused when they saw her. Some turned their heads with a click. Others whispered among themselves in rapid alien tones. Zara did not understand the words, but she understood the meaning. They laughed. The laughter was subtle at first. A chuckle here, a pointed glance there. Then it became louder. One of the alien doctors, a tall creature with glimmering green scales, shook his head and muttered something in his harsh tongue. Another waved her off when she tried to approach a patient. Humans, they said. Their voices were filled with disbelief. Too weak, too fragile. How could she work here? Zara clenched her fists. She had heard this before. On Earth, they doubted her because she was young. Here, they doubted her because she was human. But she did not speak. She did not argue. She walked into the ward with her head held high. The ward smelled of antiseptic and alien metal. Rows of beds lined the room. On each bed lay soldiers wounded in the last skirmish against the Xyrithian fleet. Some had broken limbs. Others had burns that glowed faintly under their scales. Some were unconscious. All were dangerous and proud beings. Zara moved to the first bed. She checked the monitors. She checked the wounds. She worked carefully. She followed the procedures she had memorized. She cleaned cuts, applied salves, adjusted bandages. She did it silently, without hesitation. One of the alien doctors approached. His name was Dr. Crail. He was large, with jagged horns and silver eyes that glinted with suspicion. He leaned over her shoulder. "You are human," he hissed. "You do not belong here. You cannot handle this." Zara did not flinch. She glanced at him, her voice calm. "I am trained. I am ready. Let me help." Dr. Crail snorted and moved away. He shook his head. The other doctors watched. They whispered again. Some of them smirked. Some of them shook their heads. But Zara continued. Hours passed. The ward grew quieter. The wounded slept. The machines hummed. Zara moved from bed to bed, following her instructions perfectly. No one noticed her mistakes because there were none. Then came the alarm. A code red blared through the ward. The doors slid open. Guards rushed in. They carried a stretcher. On it lay a wounded alien colonel. His scales were dark purple. His eyes were half closed. His breathing was shallow. Zara's pulse quickened. She had never seen a patient like this. She had read about them, of course. But seeing one in person was different. The colonel was Every second counted. Dr. Crail and the other doctors froze. They looked at Zara and back at the colonel. Then they turned away. "Handle him," Dr. Crail said. "We will observe." Zara nodded. She took the stretcher and followed the protocol. She checked his vitals. She stabilized his limbs. She applied a compress to a deep wound near his chest. She administered the sedative he needed to stop the pain. Minutes felt like hours. Sweat ran down her back. Her hands moved swiftly, precisely. The other doctors whispered again, but no one interfered. They were waiting to see if she failed. The Colonel's eyes opened slightly. They were sharp eyes, alert despite his pain. He looked at her. For a moment, time seemed to freeze. "You human." His voice was deep. It carried authority and suspicion. Zara nodded. She kept her tone steady. "Yes, I am human. I am trained to care for you." The Colonel studied her. His eyes narrowed. Then something changed. He reached out with a trembling hand. His fingers brushed against her uniform. His lips moved again. "Patel," he said. His voice was clearer now. "Zara Patel." Zara froze. She had never heard anyone outside Earth say her full name with such certainty. "You are alive," the Colonel whispered. I thought humans were weak. But you saved me." Dr. Crail's jaw dropped. The other doctors whispered louder. Some of them stepped back. Stunned, Zara blinked. She had done her job. That was all. She did not understand why he knew her name. The Colonel tried to sit up. Zara supported him. She helped him breathe steadily. She applied more compressors. Every movement was precise. Every decision was correct. "You are not just human," the Colonel said, his voice gaining strength. "You are remarkable, exceptional, you are a healer of the highest order." The ward went silent. Even the machine seemed to pause. Dr. Crail approached cautiously. "Colonel, she is human. She is just a nurse. We doubted her." The Colonel turned to him, his gaze sharp. "You doubted her? You watched her work. You laughed at her. And yet she saved me when you could not act fast enough. She has my gratitude and my respect. Do not forget it." The alien doctors hung their heads. They had underestimated a human. They had assumed weakness. They had been wrong. Zara felt a warmth in her chest. She had done her duty. She had proven herself. But she remained humble. "I only did my job, sir," she said. The Colonel smiled faintly. "Your job is extraordinary. You have a gift. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise." Word spread quickly through the hospital. Other humans began to arrive for training and care. They were fewer than the aliens, but their skills were undeniable. Every human nurse and doctor who came after Zara carried her reputation with them. They were no longer laughed at. They were respected. Dr. Crail watched silently. He approached Zara later. His tone was softer now. "I apologize for doubting you. You are more capable than I imagined." Zara nodded. "Thank you. That means a lot." The Colonel recovered under her care. When he left the hospital, he requested Zara personally. The Alien Council noticed. They began to reconsider their assumptions about humans. Not all humans, but some were exceptional, brave, clever, skilled beyond belief. Zara became a symbol. A single human who changed the perspective of an entire species. She continued her work. She healed. She trained others. She taught the alien doctors new ways to care for their patients. She never sought fame. She never sought revenge. She only sought to help. Years later, Zara stood at the same entrance where she had begun. She looked at the halls filled with alien and human staff working together. She smiled faintly. The laughter was gone. Respect had replaced it. And somewhere deep inside, she felt proud A young human approached her nervously. He was about to start his first day. He looked around at the alien doctors, whispering and smirking. "Do you think I can do this?" he asked. Zara smiled. "Yes," she said firmly. "You can do this. Just do your job. Help others. The rest will follow." The young human's eyes brightened. For the first time, he felt hope. He felt pride. He stepped forward, ready to face the challenge. Zara watched him go. She knew the path would not be easy. The aliens would test him. Some would doubt him. Some would laugh. But she also knew this. A human could rise to any challenge. A human could earn respect where no one believed it possible. A human could save lives. And in that moment, Zara Patel smiled. Not for herself, but for the generations of humans who would follow. The aliens had laughed once. They would not laugh again. Asterisk.